Helldivers 2 is an amazing game, and has even secured its spot as one of my favorites of all time. But that doesn't mean it's without fault, and I'm sure some of you feel the same way. Here's 6 things that needed change in Helldivers 2. Number 1 being how burst fire works. I don't know why or who thought of this, but it just feels so weird having to hold down left click to do the entire burst. Whereas in most other games, you just click it and you're good. As of right now, this only affects 2 weapons. The fire shotty and this piece of trash. But we'll talk about how bad this is in a future video maybe. But as I've already said, having to hold to get the full burst just feels clunky and can cause you to only fire 2 of the 3 bullets. Maybe even 1 if you're too quick sometimes. And overall, it just feels really bad to use. Now this isn't a too big of a deal because you can still put them in single fire, which as far as I know, most people already do this, but it doesn't help the problem. All we need is the ability to hold, to continually burst until the mag's empty, or we click to get the full burst and we just continue to constantly click, and every time we click it's 3 bullets. Now this is mostly a quality of life thing and would purely make these weapons easier to use and feel better to use, not necessarily stronger. If we're gonna make this AR better, we need some damage tunings, whether that's just from weak spot bonus damage or just flat damage. But the fire shotty does its job just fine. Moving on from burst fire, let's talk about the chargers. Now the chargers aren't bad, and you're probably saying to yourself, then why are we talking about it? The problem is how the camera interacts with it if it's directly behind you. If you played this game for more than 5 hours, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever this thing gets in that perfect spot, you can no longer see your character and you're looking straight up the rectum of the most ugly creature you've ever laid your eyes upon. And if you haven't experienced this, it's probably the most horrific thing you'll ever experience. And for your fellow Helldivers, their most horrific experience will looking over and seeing that you are just a blood puddle, not a body or bone in sight. And this all happens because you're stuck looking up the butt of this massive bug hindering your vision, basically forcing you to become a blood puddle. And while we're talking about blood puddles, let's talk about our favorite bugs. And I'm not sympathizing here. The Bile Titan and the bile spewers, both the nursing and the green one. I think that one's actually just called a bile spewer. The other one's called the nursing. Either way, they shoot juice out their mouth and turn you into mush. The trajectory of this just seems to be a little off though. The amount of times I've died to a bile titan or bile spewer because they were shooting at the ground and I thought it wasn't going to hit me because they were just stupid. Because you know, bugs are stupid. It's astronomical. Now this usually happens with the bile titan more than the bile spewers because it's a lot bigger and it has a lot more range. So if you see it shooting at the ground, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm good. Next thing you know, you're dead. I mean, once it hits you, you pretty much are cooked from there, literally. The only time I really notice this with bile spewer though, is if there's a multiple of them. If it's only one, usually you could run out the way, but if there's like 2 to 3, then that's where the problems happen because then you have to worry about the one behind that you can't see that doesn't look like it's gonna hit you, end up insta-killing you. Even through bubble shield, because I know you're gonna bring up the bubble shield. Don't get me wrong, the personal shield is really good, but it can't always save you. Just like how shooting a bug can't always save you if it's doing its call-in. I don't know if I'm always too late or if it's just faster than the robots, but if you shoot a robot while it's calling out a flare, it'll not call it, it'll drop it. But if you shoot a bug as they're doing a bug breach, that bug breach is going off. Soon as it sticks its butt up in the air and starts pissing, you got the whole army on you. And you either run away and be a coward or you sit and fight the horde like a man. Now me personally, I fight the horde. As y'all can see, I've been slaying bugs for at least 5 minutes now. But I know how some of you are. Some of you are gonna run away and be cowardice traitors. And that's fine, because we gonna terminate you too. A coward on the battlefield is just as deadly as the enemy. So you must be treated as the enemy. We all know this. You knew this. Yet you still chose to run away. So now try to drop a 380 on your position. And these shells aren't limited neither. Alright, now that we got the traitor taken care of, we can move on to number 4, which is sprint mantle. I need to know the person who thought of this, because it could be helpful for some people, but it ain't helpful for me. Just give me the option to toggle it off, please. The amount of times that I've climbed onto something because I'm merely sprinting past it is crazy. That's why I got it on the space bar. I don't need it on my shift key. I'm clicking shift to sprint. But if there happens to be a tiny ledge, it's going to make me climb on top of the ledge. Then I'm going to look like a goofball Because now I got 15 bugs on my back, and I decided to climb, leading to me dying when I should have lived. I also should have lived when I stabbed myself in the neck with the stim, and the needle went in, but it didn't heal me. Why, if I already jabbed myself, do I not inject the serum? I feel like as soon as I push this thing in my neck, I should get the juices flowing. Whatever they got in that syringe should be activated as soon as it hits my neck, bro. Soon as it hits the jugular into that bloodstream, I should be feeling like Superman. There's no way I'm injecting myself with this super serum that made Superman, yet I'm getting the effects of injecting napalm directly into my vein. It's been 100 years. We conquered the galaxy. We stole faster than light travel. But yet as soon as I jab myself with this stem, I still don't get the instant benefit. What's going on? Somebody get me on the line with General Brash, because this needs to be fixed immediately. We're losing too many Helldivers because of this one simple flaw our scientists missed. I don't know how they missed it, but they did. And whoever came up with the idea, we just might have to look into him being a traitor. Because there's no way you thought of this amazing invention, but then also have this massive flaw. But that's all I've got. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, comment what you want changed, or if you think what I want changed is a bunch of baloney, maybe we can hash it out there. And if you're seeing this video and you subscribe to me for league content, all I can say is I don't think that game's going to be coming back to the channel. I'm having way too much fun on this game right now, and it's honestly 10 times the enjoyment of 1, making the videos, and 2, just playing the game. With League, I would make a video and then get stuck, but with this, I got them lined up, baby. That's all you could really want for real. If you wanted League content and you happen to see this video, I apologize. But it doesn't mean the League grind stops. I'm going to still play it here and there. Hell, I might even start streaming finally, and you might end up seeing it on stream if I get a little tired of Helldivers. I doubt it, but it's entirely possible. I got the hiccups. There's no way. Hopefully they don't end up hindering this heartfelt apology. It most likely will. But we can't let it stop us. Got to keep pushing forward. It's what I've preached. It's what we continue to preach. Once again, if you see this and you want to League content, I apologize. And for those of y'all that didn't even know about me until this video, you just happen to stick around to hear this, thank you. It means a lot. Whether you know how or not, just know it helps. Alright, now for the real end of the video.